Hey guys, welcome back to our course on web development using ChatGPT, Ruby on Rails, and React. In the last lecture, we created this employee edit form component to edit an existing employee from our React application, and then we were sending the request to the Rails backend, and it is saving, updating the data for that employee into the database. Now, in this lecture, we will refactor the employee edit form and the employee new form. For example, here you can see that in the employee edit form, we have this return method, and this is showing this is responsible for showing the form for editing an employee. Okay, and we have the similar form within the employee new component as well. And here you can see that what we are showing, that we are representing the same form which we have on the edit page. Okay, so in that case we can do something different here. Rather than using it, we can refactor these forms using another child component. Okay, and that child component must be eligible for having that form, and then we will render that child component within these parent components. Okay, so what we need to do, that we just need to create another child component. Okay, just like we did for the employee row component that we were rendering within our, you can say, in our employee list component. Okay, so what we can do, first create a new file. Okay, and save this file as employee form.jsx, employee form.jsx. Okay, so we will store the form in this method. Okay, and now what you need to do, that you just need to use this line, like, sorry, go to the employee row.jsx. So you need to use this line, import react from react. Okay, so just do it in the employee form.jsx. Okay, and here now you need to define your functional component as, let's say, const employee form. Okay, okay, and here you need to define the return method. Let me make the indentation properly here. And in this return method, what you need to do, that you need to render your form. Okay, so let's render the form here. So you can just copy the form either from employee new form.jsx or employee edit form.jsx. Okay, so just copy this entire div. Okay, and here what we can do now, just copy this one and paste it into the employee form.jsx return method. Okay, so now you can see that we have form within our employee form component. Okay, but here you can see that we are using some data, like, let's say, handle submit, first name, handle change, sorry, handle submit, handle change events. Okay, so what we need to do, that we need to use it here for our purpose, so we can access these properties as props. Okay, or as the variables. Okay, and we can also access the form data. Okay, so here we need to define a list of argument like form data. Okay, and then event name like handle change. Okay, and then handle submit. Okay, and then you can add, here you can see that we are showing employee form, and on the employee edit we are showing the employee edit form. Okay, so we can change it like, employee title or form title as well. So form title. Okay, and here now we need to change our submit button text as well. So here you can use, let's say, form, or a form button, or submit button title. Let's say submit button title. Okay, now let's do it word rep. Okay, so we have four variables now here that we can access, like form data, handle change, handle submit, form title, and submit button title. Okay, and now what we need to do, that we need to export our employee form component, just like we do in all the components, like export default employee row. Okay, so you can use it, export default, and here you can put at the last, export default employee form. Okay, and save this. Now here you need to change it, like, let's say, form submit button title. Okay, and here you need to use form title at this top, form title. Okay, so now your employee form ready, and now it's time to render this employee form component within both our employee new form.jsx and within employee edit form.jsx. Okay, so first what we need to do, that we need to render this component here, or we need to import this component here. So what we can do, import, and then employee form from, since it is in the same directory, so you can directly provide your component name. Okay, so employee form. Okay, and now you just need to remove this form from the return method. Okay, so just remove it, copy this or minimize this and remove it from here, and then you need to render your employee form component. Okay, so employee form component, and then you need to provide your values here, like let's say, let me do the values here. So what you can provide, form data as form data. Okay, and then form title as, since it is the edit form, so we can provide edit employee. Okay, and then submit button title, or let's say provide handle submit, and similarly handle change, and then submit button title, and it should be like update employee. Update employee. Okay, so now you can see that we rendered this employee form component here, and make sure to import it from here as well. Okay, and in the employee form you can see that we passed all these variable like form data, handle change, handle submit, form title, and submit button title. Okay, now it's time to test this component whether this is working or not on edit form. So just go to the browser. Okay, sorry, yeah, just go to the browser. However, I just do it manually. If you wish, you can ask ChatGPT to do this thing for you. Okay, so now if you go to the edit, click on the edit button of any employee, you can see that our edit form is working here, and the title is edit employee, and we are getting all the form data here. Okay, and handle change and handle a submit button will work as well. For example, let's remove this Ravi Singh. Okay, and now if you go to the terminal and make some space, let's click hide on it, make some space here, and click on the update employee button. You will see that the request has been coming here, and the data has been saved into the database, and it is successfully processed. So you can verify it using completed 2000 200. Okay, okay, now we need to do the same thing for employee new form as well. Okay, so just import this component within the employee new form. Okay, so you can just come here, import this one. Okay, and then what you need to do, just go to the employee edit form, copy this employee form component rendering. Okay, and paste it within the employee form, sorry, in the employee new form. So first go to here and remove everything from return method which is already rendered. And now what you need to do, like here you can say create new employee, create new employee, and here you can say create employee. Okay, save it, and now let's test this new button. So go to the browser root page. Okay, and now if you click on the create new employee, you can see that we are still seeing the uh, new form, a form for creating new employee. And here you can see that the form title is create new employee, this is the form for creating form data, and then this is the submit button title. And now let's check whether this is working or not. So let's say Sneha Chauhan, sneha@example.com, contact number. Okay, so make sure it is 10 digit. Say ABC street near main road, city Indore, state let's say MP, pin code some string here, and now put the date of birth 1990, and here let's choose the date of hiring. Okay, and here make it 2020 2019. Okay, and make some space into the terminal where the rails server is running, and now click on the create employee button. Okay, when you click on the create employee button, you can see that after creating the form has been resetted again, and when you go to the terminal, you can see that the record has been created successfully. Okay, and you can verify it is in the rails console. So rails console and employee dot last. Okay, so you can see that the record has been created here. Now if you wish, you can go to the list of employee, click view on it, and now change the id here. Let's say 405, and when you press enter, you can see that this is the employee that we created. So what we did here, that we just created a new component which is the employee form component. Okay, and we placed the form here, and then we refactored our edit, sorry, employee new form and employee edit form components. Okay, so this way you can create child component to uh, refactor your components. Okay, or to make reusable components. So here you can see that our employee form is the reusable component that we are using within both new and edit form components. Okay, and it is just like as I mentioned earlier in the last video, that it is just like rendering a partial in the rails. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Just try to refactor your form components, and we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.